Hi guys, it's Genevieve without Gianna this time. I wanted to make a video, and for those of you that follow me on Facebook may notice that I haven't really been very active on Facebook lately. And when I have been, I've just been kind of open and honest about the way I've been feeling lately. And it's not so much lately anymore, but just the last couple times I posted on Facebook, I was feeling a little, I was a lot of things had surfaced for me, like patterns and whatnot. So I took some time away from social media and all that good stuff so I could take care of myself. And I wanted to make a video and explaining to you guys what's been going on with me and my process lately and all the things I've learned. With a lot of patterns that surfaced with me, I noticed that I was still a spiritual person and all that stuff, but I just had so many ego perceptions that I didn't realize at the time. And I was still, the ego likes to blame other people, and that's what my ego was doing. It was blaming other people for the way I felt when these patterns arise within me. So what I did on my healing journey, I kind of got some time away. I went out of town for a week or so, just to kind of, get out of my regular atmosphere and kind of, self-reflect and see, so I could be more subjective if I wasn't, subjected to the situation. So, yeah, that really helped a lot. So, it's really beneficial to get out of an environment that is causing some patterns to arise, so that you can, self-reflect about them, or self-reflect, on them, and see, just be subjective about it because you're not in the situation. So what my healing journey has taught me, my recent one, is to take responsibility for the way I was feeling, and to stop being upset with other people for their decisions, because the world doesn't revolve around Jenna sometimes. But I don't know, I just took personal responsibility, and that was there was, for a period, I was starting to just be well, life sucks somehow all of a sudden, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna, it was good for me to fall into that momentarily, so I could realize and be whoa, this isn't me. I'm not gonna fall into that and let it, take me over. So I got my time away, came back in the situation, and I was like, yeah, I'm all better. And I was like, oh no, I'm not. I just kind of out of sight, out of mind when I went away. But I mean, it helped, because then when I came back, I realized that I was doing that. And yeah, so I took personal responsibility for some situations that were causing ego reactions within me. And it really helped me to, be subjective, not only to my current situation, but other circumstances in my life and other people's situations and circumstances. And I realized that, and I even had this mirrored to me, that, my anger that was first a rise from a pattern was, a beneficial thing. Anger can be a very, useful tool if it's kind of like in those race car games, that little button that gives you that last boost. As long as you use anger to boost you in a new direction, and you don't and then you release it when it's served its purpose. So, because when you hold on to your anger, a lot of people like to, and I was doing this at first, I was holding on to it, and I was using it as fuel, but not necessarily in a good way. So I began to, notice, I was like, oh, I don't like feeling angry, this is so icky, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna, face the emotions that I'm feeling, rather than deny myself that. I'm going to feel them, and I'm going to use them and be, beneficial with using them. So I kind of, saw my anger for what it was, and it was my ego. And it was, because I'd been hurt in a situation, it just kind of pressed on an old wound. So it's wow, I didn't even know I had that wound. So my anger showed me that, and, all that good stuff. And, I really, I don't know, there's a lot of things that I knew, but I wasn't necessarily practicing fully to the full extent that I could have. So in taking responsibility for my patterns, I'm really able to now be really subjective to my situations and others, and use my emotions and allow them to serve their purpose without ignoring them or without sulking in them. And I don't know, it really helped me because I don't know, a lot of our emotions that we choose to hold on to, they manifest physically on our bodies. So like even little things like an ingrown hair, acne, like that all has stuff to do with like emotions that are manifesting physically because we're holding on to them or we're suppressing them, like we're not allowing them to run their course and to, you know, be expressed and serve their purpose. And it's kind of like when, you know, you scrape your arm on something, your body like goes into heal mode. It's like, I know what to do to heal it. It's gonna like do this whole complicated process or whatever to get you, you know, to get that cut to heal. And it's like your soul does the same thing for you. When you know, have a wound, it's like your emotion is automatically comes to surface to be expressed, and because that's what it's doing for your soul. It's like pushing up this poison to be released, or, you know, feel the need to cry. It's like your soul's healing, you know. So I don't know. And I know something that I really learned too recently was that, you know, when we're not enjoying the present moment fully, or to the full extent that we could be, like we're not like, wow, look at that tree that's right there right now, or, you know, wow, look at this place I'm in, or I just feel amazing right here right now for no reason or because I can. You know, if we're like not feeling okay, it's usually because we're not in the present moment. We're not like, I don't know, it's because we're holding on to a past present moment. So we're holding on to the past, or a past emotion, or a past circumstance, and we're not letting go of it. So the key to live in the present moment fully and wholeheartedly is to forgive. To forgive, you know, other people, circumstances in your life. Forgive yourself, you know, for dwelling or whatever. Like, because I found with myself, like I liked to blame a lot of people for the way I was feeling, but I also, you know, part of me knew that wasn't like the right thing to do, so I also took it out on myself subconsciously, and I was like, you know, bad Jenna, you know, it's not okay, that's not enlightened of you, whatever. So like on this healing journey, not only did I forgive other people, I forgave myself, and it's really healing and amazing. And yeah, I feel like a brand new shiny Genevieve has come out. And I don't know, and I've gotten back to, you know, my everyday spiritual practices. I've been meditating regularly because I fell out of that, and I noticed when I don't do that, it's kind of like, I don't know, it just takes its toll. It's like if you're not gonna shower, like obviously you're gonna get dirty. You know what I mean? So yeah, meditation is awesome, and I've been, you know, working like every day when I wake up. I'm not just like, oh, here's a day. Like I take every moment in the best way I can, and I've been you know, using them for my own benefit. And I've been, you know, waking up every day and trying to heal and grow, rather than just like, well, I'm just gonna sit here today. You know. So and I actually wanted to read you guys some affirmations that I've been doing, and one that I really enjoy is, like, this can be used for anything, and you guys feel free to use it as you wish. It's, you know, about taking personal responsibility for, you know, our realities and the things we're attracting in our lives. And because it's like when you take personal responsibility, you get your power back. So like when you're blaming other people and you're like, I would be happy if that guy liked me, or if they stopped doing that, or if I had this car, you know, it's like we're giving our power away. So it's like we're choosing to be powerless and unhappy. So, you know, when we're like, I'll get that car, or I'll meet someone else, whatever, you know, and if we're just like, I'm gonna be happy anyways, then, you know, like not only do we take our personal power back and we're happy for no reason, because we can be, you know, we create a more smooth, aligned path for those things that we want to find their way into our realities. So, this one affirmation, you can use it for anything, like a habit, bad habit, just a mindset or whatever. And you look in the mirror and affirm, I now realize that I've created this condition, and I am now willing to release the pattern in my consciousness that is responsible for this condition. And I actually got that affirmation out of a Louise L. Hay book. I love her. She has really helped me through my healing process and helped me remain conscious of it, rather than, you know, and be powerful in my own being, rather than just being like, well, I don't know what to do, it's so hard. So yeah, and I don't know, I, you know, wrote a little note to myself and reminding myself that, you know, my mind is a tool and I can choose to use it in any way I wish. And, you know, your mind is your tool and it can be retrained. Like, a lot of people let their mind just kind of go crazy, and it's like your mind was taught to do that through society and whatever, and it's like it can be retrained to be like your bitch. So and it's like our realities are affected by the words we say and the thoughts we think. So when we retrain our mind and we're more consistent with it, it begins to stick. So it's kind of like, you know, setting yourself a new bedtime. It's like, it's gonna be a little weird at first because you're not used to it, but once you adjust to it, it's really beneficial and perfect. So I don't know, it's like when you consciously retrain your mind, you like all these things you want, you align with them. You're not just like, I see you, but my path's over here, nah. You're like, you line up with them because you know what you're doing, you know what you want, and you're going for it in the way you know how to. So and then also, like, your state of mind has a huge impact on like your healing process. So, you know, if you're like, yeah, I'm trying, but you have like this thought of, you know, oh, it's not really working, or it's so hard, you know, it's gonna be that way. So another thing I was affirming to myself is it is becoming easier for me to make changes, and it is. So, and then I don't know, here's 3 more affirmations of mine that I've been working on. I release all that is unlike love. There's time and space for everything I want to do. And then another one, my mind is gentle and harmonious. I love and approve of myself. I am free to be me. And then my third one, it is my divine right to take my own direction in life. I am safe and I am free. And then something else that I did, which is just really helpful. I wrote a list of things I'm willing to release, and you know, it really, even things you don't want to release, but you're like, yeah, I probably should. Like, you know, resentment towards someone, or an addiction, or a habit, or just pain towards a situation or a person. And a lot of people, like, even I've been there, like, you want to hold on to it because you're just like, ugh. But, you know, it doesn't serve you to, like, hold on to those things. So, I wrote a list of all the things I wanted to release, and just, like, kind of anger and resentment towards specific people. And then frustration and like some habits I have, like some mental habits I have. So I don't know, and you can like really notice like when you're writing them, like your resistance level towards them. And then you just kind of think like, what do I have to do to release that? And you know, you could do a lot of visualizations, like, you know, if you need to forgive somebody in order to, you know, come back to your present moment, you could do a visualization where you see them in front of you and you know, give them a piece of your mind if you feel like you need to. And then every day practice a visualization where you're telling them that you forgive them every day. I mean, don't every day rip them a new one because then you're going to stay in that anger. But I mean, that could be like you could do that like once to help you release it. And then, you know, every day tell them you forgive them and why, and, you know, and then see them being like, thank you for letting me go. Like, I set you free. So, yeah, that's really helped me a lot too. So, yeah, I think, I don't know. And then, another thing I noticed is how much I hold on to, I don't know, if you notice, like, how you hold on to tension in your physical body, like, your brain is doing the exact same thing. So, because like all your mental, emotional, physical, spiritual bodies all coincide. So it's like if one's holding on to a bunch of stress and worry, like your other ones probably are too. So yeah, and a lot of people, you know, they struggle on their level of awareness towards a certain body of theirs. So you know, always pay attention to your physical body, you know. So it's like you have like an illness or a lot of acne, or I don't know, just something wrong physically, like that'll mirror what's going on mentally or emotionally. And if you're like more of like a stiff person, it's like your thoughts and your emotions are probably being held on to that tightly too. So it's like you can go through life that way if you choose to, but it's a lot better, and you could still do the exact same things except actually enjoy it more if you're just relaxed. So yeah, something I noticed too, I was like, wow, my my bodies all coincide. And then I was like, made a conscious effort to try and relax my body, and I was like, wow, I am stiff. I didn't realize how much I was holding on to physically for a while. And then, you know, it's like, well, if I'm holding on to it physically, I'm holding on to it emotionally and mentally and spiritually, and it's affecting my growth. So every day I've been making a conscious effort to just relax, and I like to store my tension in my shoulders. So, you know, and also you can notice, like, when you don't release, like, things like anger or whatever after they've served their purpose, they begin to manifest physically too. So, like, for example, like, you can, like, pay attention to how it feels too. Like, if you have a pain and it's like it burns, it like a burning pain, it's like that burning, like, that's anger. Like, anger burns. You know what I mean? So, and then you just have to do, like, a healthy expression to release that anger. Like, one of my favorites, I like to beat on my pillows and just be like, ah. And sometimes you don't even know why you're angry, but you feel that anger, and you're just like, I'm just gonna beat on these pillows until this anger comes out. I'm like, and then you finally realize, you're like, wow. And then it, like, comes to the surface, like, out of nowhere, like, oh, I'm so mad at them for doing this. Wait, what? That happened so long ago. But it's like, it's surfacing. So you're like, by doing that, you're allowing it to come to the surface and serve its purpose, be acknowledged and released. So, I hope this video wasn't too lengthy. Thank you guys for listening to me. I love you guys. And Gianna and I are doing sessions right now, e-courses, whatever you like. And I've officially, I think I can now do sessions a whole lot better. So if you guys want to book a session and test out the new reins that I've gained in my self-healing process, I'm just as excited as you are, if not more. Haha. So love you guys. Have an amazing day, amazing life, and heal yourself. Mwah.